right in the beginning. So then when it came to the end, I was like, I fucking knew it. That's how I automatically work. I just try to break it down too much.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. But excuse me, I burped. Oh, excuse me. Fuck, what was I saying?
We're talking about the well, I brought it back up with he got down there too fast, but you're talking about another thing. Let's go back on that one. Yo, he had enough time without making noise, dragged her out of the shower and put her in a garbage bag and put her in the closet.
That's I gotta give him props for that because that's some shit right there. I couldn't.
And when did he have time to leave when that creepy dude, the one who brought the notebook back, snuck in the basement? When did he have time to go down there and kill him and shove him in the trunk?
Good question. Good question. Wait, didn't they go to the basement for some point or no?
Yeah, afterwards, that one dude wanted to see the swordfish.
No. She went down there because they wanted to see if the guy got in from the basement, and he seen this.
Oh, that was afterwards, though. Yeah, and they opened it up and they found out he was dead in there.
Okay, that's what it was. That's what.
Oh, wait a minute. No, the pretty boy didn't come until after that dude snuck in. So he probably killed him, came back out, and went through the front door. Knocked.
You didn't know he snuck in until.
Yeah, that's right.
Which was like, I was like, holy shit.
And a good add-on, I want to say it's the next death, where this is when they found out, he was dead, and he was fake crying, like, why? Who did this to her? And when he was like, I'm going to run to my uncle's. By the way, his uncle's the one that's the newspaper killed himself.
Yeah.
The cop, ex-cop. He was like, oh, my uncle, ex-cop. I could make it to his house. Call him. Oh, he's probably sleeping. He will never hear the phone. Then the one dude said, I'll go with you. And he was like, okay, that's fine. They threw you off a little bit when they were running together. And they went into the factory. He said, let's go find a better weapon. That's when you found out 100% he was the killer because he killed that one dude.
Oh yeah. There you definitely found out about it. And the thing that there though, it was a cool scene though because you weren't expecting that.
Yeah, you weren't. But it did throw me off though. I'm like, he cut the dude's like ankles.
Yeah.
And he just walked away because the dude stopped moving. He's like, yeah, he's dead. I chopped his feet off. That's it. You just chopped his feet off and you automatically think the dude's dead?
And he was still moving around.
Yeah, he made it all the way to the house and he died against the window.
Oh, okay.
He crawled all the way there and died because you know how they moved the car and he was leaning against it?
Mhm.
Yo, I guess he made it there and didn't fucking, he died right on the front porch or the side backyard.
Because I was like, for a quick second, I was like, what the hell happened to this dude? Like, what happened?
Yeah, he bled out. He made it there. He made it back though, just not enough.
I forgot what he looked like too.
He also want the brown hair.
No, I do it like now that you're mentioning it, I know now, but like earlier, I completely forgot what he looked like.
So then it was that kill. So that was pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
The sledgehammer fight and everything.
What was your what was the other cool kill in this movie? There was another
Oh,
kill. I feel I just can't think of it.
I'm trying to think. Hold on. There's the girl. Where didn't he like drill her like a million times in the chest or something in the stomach?
I think so. Oh wait a minute. Oh, you know it was the kill. The car kill was cool. I like that one.
Yeah, the car.
Which again, I'm just like, but again, I guess you got to think of the female strength versus the male strength. But still, he was holding her with like one hand, pushing up.
Yeah, and you got to give it credit. This movie, they kept the drill as the main weapon.
Yeah, they did. They did.
Even the shitty second one, where it was a dream, it was a fucking drill guitar, but it was still a drill. So
That movie was so bad.
yeah, like we were talking before, this should be number 2, and they should have never made that one.
Yes. They should have never made that one and just had a whole new cast and made this number 2 and left it at that because this one was a million times better than number 2 was garbage. Number
Yeah,
two is as of right now, it's number 2 on my bottom 10 list. So it starts Blood Lake from '87, Slumber Party Massacre 2, Blood Lake with the Lampreys, which like I said, I feel that's gonna probably be bumped off the list because as bad as it was, and I'll probably never watch it again. Those two movies make it look
Like a blockbuster.
that's like a fucking masterpiece. Almost.
Yeah, I agree. And I gotta say this. Was it CJ Slinky
No, no, no. CK.
CK?
KC.
He said that part 3 is worse than part 2. I disagree. 100%. This is 110% better than part 2.
KC, you got to rewatch part 3.
I don't know how he thought this was worse. Like the acting was better. It didn't have a musical in it of a stupid guy with smoke as Elvis breakdancing.
It was it was.
Oh, it was horrible. Part 2 was so bad.
This one was really good, and you know what would have made this movie even better is if it had a different if it had a different title. If it had a different title,
I know you're talking about like it was a whole different movie. It'd
yeah,
be yeah.
same things happening, but just a different title. I feel people would like it more. I mean, the Slumber Party Massacre title for this one is not a bad title because they're actually having a slumber party. But I mean, if they called it like sleepover, something like that, I feel like people would look at it different. But I feel at the same time, the Slumber Party Massacre name, probably also grab people because they've seen the first two. But then again,
Yeah.
the first one, you're like, okay, this was cool. You see the second one, you're like, what the fuck? So then the third one comes out, and it's like, do I even watch it or not? Which we watched all three. We did a podcast on all three.
Yeah, what's really crazy though, I was looking into it when I was finding these, and I was like Google searching like cast and everything to see who's in them.
Mhm.
A lot of people like the okay, for example, like T-shirts and posters.
Yeah,
Number 2 is like the most popular out of all 3 of these.
I feel you know what it is though because it looks so cool because the guitar with the drill bit.
It boggled my mind. I was like, yo, that movie, okay, your poster is cool as hell. You're promoting this thing. Like, oh, people are, oh, I want that guitar. I want that poster. I'm like, did you even watch the movie? You'll probably change your mind.
That movie,
You're like, what the hell is this shit?
that movie was
That's
really
the only good part about it. The guitar was the best part of it. That was a cool guitar with the drill.
and the titties.
Well, okay, yes, the titties. That's one thing. All 3 of these movies did have titties.
That's a given though. I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Part 3, I think there was more. They went on a little longer.
I think you might be right. It was between 3 and 1 though, definitely.
Yeah.
In part 3, they actually made Whoopi in this movie.
Yes.
Bang Uglies for you guys who don't know what made Whoopi means. And if you don't know what Bang Uglies means, then you gotta Google it.
But yeah, this is way better in part 2. I can say that this is really, it had the same kind of flow as part 1,
Mm-hmm.
like a kill in the beginning, and it kept going. There was a little pauses when they were goofing around talking,
Mm-hmm.
but it was still good. It was a good flow.
Yeah, definitely.
Like I was expecting this to be garbage because everybody's said it was worse than 2 and everything. I was sitting on this couch. I'm like, okay, let me get this shit over with. I had my phone in my hand, but when it was playing, I was like, okay. I started getting into it. Then I dropped my phone on the couch. I was just sitting there watching. I went right through the whole movie.
Hell yeah, it was good. It was really good. It was entertaining.
Yeah, it was entertaining. I enjoyed it. Good kills.
Yeah.
It was crazy. The dude was like, you know what? Fuck this sneaking around shit. When he came back, he was like, everybody shut the fuck up. And he was like, yo, I'm just gonna kill you all right here. Yeah, I don't care if you know it's me now. I'm just gonna chase you around the house. Yo, the bitch, she put bleach in a bucket of water that splashed him in the face. Why do you just splash him in the face with the bleach? It would have burned more. Don't put water in there.
That was from earlier. Remember when the fucking the doofus dropped a slice of pizza on the floor and it fell.
Yeah.
They poured the bleach in the water in there to clean that spot up, and they just had the bucket still there.
Yeah, but she was pouring more bleach in it. She could have just took the bottle of bleach and splashed it in his face.
In her defense, it's easier to splash something with a bucket because the opening's a lot bigger than with a bottle. Like she would have missed a lot. But I
That, or she could have grabbed a lighter and just threw bleach on him and set his ass on fire. Something. But that was a smart idea, though. He was going through blind. Why didn't they run out the door?
That was my one thing. Like I know at one point saw, but they got away from him a couple times. And I'm gonna jump to this part real quick when he's blind and no, he's blind. They catch him in that little ghetto net thing, right?
Yeah, the little net that holds shit. They were holding like golf clubs or something.
They didn't do anything really. Like right there, they should have been beating his ass, and then or they should have left. They should have fucking left and
Yeah.
let that help. That's one. There was another scene later on where he's blinded and he's after the one chick when he's feeling up on the one chick when he's trying to fuck her.
Yep.
Right, goes for his belt. The saw or the sorry, the drill was like right over here, arms reach. The girl did try to get it. The other two girls are just. Oh, you find out they're just standing by the door. I'm like,
Just watching them.
why didn't you get the drill and fucking while he's on top of her, just drill his head, drill his
Yeah.
something, hit him in
Let's
the.
go. Oh, let's go by. Let's go. Yeah, like I said, like they're just sitting and watching. Both the two were over near the front door. They could have ran, gone. Then you had the other one in the kitchen that was really close to the drill in them. Just watching, like, okay, they're gonna. Oh, she's next. She's dead, and they're just watching and like waiting. And for one, that girl, even if she did reach that drill, that's a power drill. That's heavy. She's not gonna grab that one hand laying on her back.
Mm-mm.
Pick that drill up and do something with it.
Hell no.
So I was like sitting there. I was like, "What are you trying? What are you gonna grab that and pick it up like fucking She-Hulk or something?"
She-Hulk.
Fuck is like 30-pound drill.
It was but still, again, like I've said before, and I'm gonna say it again and again and again and again. Movies got a movie, so they had to do that for this movie. I'm about to throw my shades
Yeah.
out.
They usually make it more sense though, like a hammer. You can reach and grab a hammer.
Yeah, yeah,
Not a power drill. Come on, that thing is huge.
and
I just laughed at it. She didn't get to it. He grabbed it, you know.
Mhm.
But the part where I'm talking about, so this happened twice. In the beginning, like when I said when he went down on her, when she touched his belt, he had flashbacks of his uncle.
Okay, yeah, you were talking about this.
So when he was going along and he was going with like he was kissing on her boobs and everything, once again, boobies came out again. When the girl on the floor, soon she was like, oh, he's like, oh, I can do it. She's like, yeah. And she started going for his belt, like going to let him do whatever he wants. He had a flashback of his uncle. So I'm gonna guess his uncle used to molest him.
I think you're right, and I like when I was watching it, I didn't even pick up on that. I mean, you were talking about. I don't know why I didn't pick up on it because it's simple, but I was thinking that his uncle used to just hit on him. I mean, he just abused him. I was like, I don't think because I even told you when I hit you up earlier. I was like, I don't think it's sexual. I think it's more of like a just a
It might have been both, like you stupid idiot, and he wails on him. But I think also molestation because why would the touching the penis give him the flashbacks of his uncle?
not only that, but if you pay attention to the very beginning of the movie and then when the movie's going off, it shows him, it shows a little boy kissing a grown man on the cheek.
Yeah, that's weird. Yep, that's true.
Which I mean, I get some families are like that. I'm not judging, but just based on this movie right here, how this movie is portraying it as like an unwanted, not even necessarily sexual as far as insertion, but which I'm not trying to be funny with that. But as far as like you said, a molestation relationship.
Yep,
You
like when you see your uncle, come on, come on, give your uncle a kiss on the cheek.
Yeah.
That type of thing. Like you gotta have the fear
Yep.
every time you see it. You gotta do it.
That's how it is.
Yeah.
I can't relate to that. I hope
No,
nobody
me either.
that's watching this. I wish nobody could, but I hope nobody else can. Seriously. But like again, with the movie, that does make sense because like
Yeah.
another thing is every time he thought of his uncle, he did something crazy, like something crazy
Yeah.
bad happened.
Yep. That's when he lost his mind and started going doing stupid shit. It's kind of feel like he was two personalities because when he was acting like when he was like, oh, I could do anything, he was acting as like his normal self
Mm-hmm.
until he had the flashback. Then that's when he went
So like yeah,
craziness, like he don't know what the hell he's doing.
and that's why I go back to with this movie. You can kind of base this movie around this character and call it something different.
I hear you. It could be its own different movie, like in the same category of slashers of people partying. It can have a totally different movie. It could be its own movie, basically, not a sequel or a
And
trilogy.
honestly, all jokes aside, it could be called Uncle Billy.
That's true.
And I only say that because the guy that he keeps talking, his uncle's name is Billy. He's like Uncle Billy this, Uncle Billy that, and you find out why it's called Uncle Billy later in the movie, which would actually make this movie better. And I'll tell you why. It would make this movie better in a sense of like after you see this guy in the movie and he really starts getting involved as far as with the kills, he's like the main character in a sense. In a sense, I know it's like the whole cast is the main character, kind of, sort of, but he's like the main character they really, really focus on. And I feel like if they called this Uncle Billy, again, you'll see why later in the movie, and you might have a bigger attachment to it, and you might like this movie even better.
Could be, yeah.
Look at this movie from now on, people. I'm gonna try to refer to Slumber Party Massacre as Part 3 as Uncle Billy.
Go watch Uncle Billy.
So watch, definitely, it's a good movie. I really did enjoy the
No,
movie.
it's good.
I don't have
I
any,
enjoyed it too.
like there wasn't a shit ton of, there was a decent amount of kills. There wasn't a shit ton, and they were just cool. Excuse me. But again, it's like one of those kind of simple stories with the movie. Movie's got a movie, as you guys all know, and it's just, it works. They didn't try to do too much to make you like this movie.
Yeah.
With this, they just made it like a simple, basic story. I mean, they did great with the storytelling. Don't get me wrong, but they didn't try to go overboard and really try to throw a story down your throat. Tita, what's good? I'm live on YouTube, by the way.
Oh, okay. I seen the live. I didn't know someone came in.
Buns, how's it going, man? Over here, I'm high. I'm eating gummy bears. No, not gummy bears. Fruit snacks, and I'm drinking some Southern Comfort and Starburst drink. Which I'm gonna tell you guys, the Starburst drink is fucking amazing. It's strawberry flavored, the pink Starburst. And you know, like those powdered, the sugarless powdered drinks you can get from wherever.
Like Crystal Light type shits.
Yeah, that's what this is, but pink Starburst, and it tastes like pink Starburst with.
So where'd you get it? It's actually the pink Starburst brand drink.
Walmart.
Okay.
The big one, Scotia Walmart.
Oh, the Super Center.
Yeah, and
Glenville.
it's for like a gallon jug, like a
Okay.
packets. But so this is like my second jug of it that I made, and the first one wasn't even gone. It was just like that much left. I was like, I'm just gonna.
Now you just drinking it normal, or you put some SoCo or anything in there?
No, it's in the fridge. It's in the downstairs fridge, and in case the kids drink it, I made that normal. But I have my SoCo upstairs in the freezer, so I'll just
Gotcha.
Yes, people like that upstairs in the freezer. I have a mini fridge in my room because my wife is awesome. Simple as that.
There you
go. James knows. His wife is awesome too. She made some scrumptious
pistachio.
Thank you.
Cupcakes.
Cupcakes
with pistachio frosting. There's a secret to the frosting. It's not normal frosting.
I see why James married her.
Yeah, and then she just lays on the couch while I'm watching a YouTube video and buys me hot sauces and everything because I said, "Oh, cool, they look good."
My wife is the same way. She'll surprise me with stuff like that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
You gotta have your wife make those freaking cupcake things.
She plans on it. Well, she trying to spin it around because I said that to her before. She goes, "Yeah, I'm still waiting for my donut chicken." Yeah, I see how she works.
I respect you. Tell her 1,000,000%. And speaking of the donut chicken, really quick, because we got on this topic, I think we talked about this before, but I'm gonna talk about it again. Next time I make it, I'm gonna air fry it, and I'm gonna make waffles with it, and I'm gonna have waffle sandwiches with like the icing from it. And you know what I wish I had, James, and I'm gonna have to order that in a week or two as well as one of those barbecue sauces that you showed me. That hot sauce that I had, the maple hot sauce that I had.
Oh yeah,
that was freaking.
It was that. Is that your grenade one?
Yeah, that's gone now.
Oh yeah, that was good.
But if you thought it was good, like I think you just tried like on a chip or your finger or something.
Yeah, I forgot what I used in that work.
Use a spoon.
Yeah.
If you try it on waffles, yo, it's fucking amazing because it has like the perfect blend for a syrup. As far as syrup or syrup, I don't care.
Sipping on some scissor. I don't know.
Scissor, it's another one. It has a perfect blend of heat and sweetness to it, to where it's not overly sweet and it's not overly hot. So it was like perfect. Same thing with the brownies that you and your wife made that you brought in. Which again, those I would love to have like a batch of those because it was like the perfect blend of sweet and the perfect blend of spicy.
Yeah.
I think I would have made.
Even though I tried to make it to kill people, didn't work out. I should have put more Reapers in there. That was my mistake.
It would have been really good though. Here's the one. Same thing you did. maybe make it a little bit hotter and add peanut butter to it. Even if you have to add the peanut butter powder.
Listen, that was an idea. She mentioned that.
Oh,
And I said, quote, no, not this batch because I don't want it to weaken the heat.
okay, okay.
She was going to do it. 100%. I'm telling the truth. She was going to put peanut butter in them.
That would have been fucking amazing, man, because
Yeah.
holy fuck, that would have been so cool. So
But yeah, the pistachio cupcakes and the frosting that goes on it, those shits are mad good.
oh hell yeah, yo,
And I married her. I don't get those all the time, man.
yeah, it's
That was like a special occasion thing. Because if she made those to me every day, I'll be in trouble. I won't be able to roll out of bed.
yo, they were so good though. Now just imagine those like with some ice cream. Like you have ice.
Yeah,
Now again, I'm a little bit different with people with ice cream. I put my ice cream in the microwave for like about 10,
I do too. Yo, funny story. Now, I don't know if this is where you grew up in,
mm-hmm.
but when you buy ice cream, it's frozen. The trick is you put it in the microwave for like 5, 10 seconds,
to soften it up.
soften up. I said that to my wife. She goes, put the ice cream on the counter so it
Soft,
gets melts a little bit. I go, throw it in the microwave. She looked at me like I was the most ghettoest person in the world. She goes, what the hell are you talking about? Like she second guessed our marriage or something.
that's a 5-1-8 thing, people.
Yeah, microwave the ice cream to
I
get it
like
soft.
crazy, but no, no. I take it a step further though. Like I'll have it like say in like a mug or a bowl or whatever of ice cream, and then I'll put that in the microwave, turn it on, cause it's like it's crazy as it may sound, but it's like a warm coldness to it,
No, I know exactly what you're talking about. It's like the edge when you microwave it a little bit. It's the edge,
and it's so warm,
but it's still cold at the same time.
so delicious. That's what I meant. It's so soft. To me,
Yeah.
that is the fucking
But you also prefer milkshakes anyways. So
very
when it's melted, it's kind of like a milkshake.
which
So
banana. What was it? Banana pudding ice cream, people. I'm telling you, you have to fucking try it.
I gotta go get it.
I ended up making
That's
it.
right.
Up to my wife. I was like, "Why don't you make a milkshake out of it?" She's like, "Because it was soft ice, real soft ice cream." And I got it in like one of the quart cup things. She was like, "Just pour a little, pour a little almond milk in there and just stir it." And I didn't. I thought nothing of it. Like I was so amazed by that, which is pretty sad because I know how milkshakes are made. It's milk and ice cream, and you mix it. You put it in a blender. It mixes faster, but you're just mixing it. But
Sometimes with some syrups, that some people add syrups to it.
the thing is, me being so amazed to being able to make a milkshake with just stirring it with a spoon, like that was just like, holy shit. And then it dawned on me later, like, asshole, it's just milk and ice cream getting stirred up. It's just really soft ice cream, so it stirs up easier, so you don't need a blender.
Yeah.
Tell you, amazing. It's a must have. Like, if you're a fan of banana pudding and you haven't had it yet, you should go out and get it. And if you never plan on trying it, I don't know what you're doing with your life. And it's the perfect jumping back to Uncle Billy. It's the perfect Uncle Billy movie snack.
There you go,
Yeah, you thought I was gonna forget.
Uncle Billy. All
Oh
right, what part are you at? Did you finish it?
no, I'm at the part where hang on, I had these sunglasses on, so it's kind of hard to. All right, the chicks are trying to get out the wind. Remember the sliding glass door?
Yep.
There was the two trying to get out of there. And earlier in the movie, when the girl was having trouble opening it, when she was like, "It's going opening kind of slow." It's the part where the chick jumps through the window.
Yeah, that was funny. She,
She was like she turned around. She was like, "Fuck you,"
yo,
and just tried. I don't know what she.
she took herself out. He was staring at her like, "What the fuck did you just do?" She's just laying there.
I give her props for trying something different, I guess, to get away, but
Yeah, but then he just walked up her and just drilled the shit out of her back, and all the guts are hanging out.
he did, and he definitely did.
But that was pretty funny. I giggled at that part. She just turned around and was like, "Fuck you," smash. It's like, what the?
Kind of part of you kind of smirk at. That's all I was just smirking. Is when he goes in the kitchen, all the girls run upstairs. He goes in the kitchen and just starts throwing shit and smacks the flour, knocks all over.
Yeah. They had a little tantrum.
That was so unnecessary.
It was.
It was, but again, it wasn't earlier. That part where the dude screamed, that was genuinely funny. As you guys see, I was laughing at tears in my eyes. That was genuinely funny. This part was like the kind of like
Yeah.
it's kind of like when you either have it's usually a coworker or a boss that tells like real corny jokes. And you kind of throw that fake laugh on just to be
Yeah.
like, yeah, that was good. Don't
Yeah.
do stupid shit again, please. You know what? Hey, I gotta go pee. I'll be right back.
Yep.
That's not stupid. But yeah, Slumber Party Massacre Part 3, aka Uncle Billy. You have to fucking see this movie and
I
refer to
agree.
because it's honestly, it's I won't say it's as good as one, but it's close. And
It's close.
I'll put it to you like this: because it's called Slumber Party Massacre 3, it's not as good as one. But I'm all joking aside. If it's called Uncle Billy, it would be. I think it would be just right there with one, or just like a hair under it. And only because if it's called with that title again, this movie would make more sense. The title would connect with it, and that right there would be like, yo, that movie was like this movie's really fucked up. Think about it.
Yep.
And if you really think about it, I'm not saying I condone what the guy's doing, killing, because um, I'd rather him. I don't know how to say this. It's good he's not raping people, like raping underage children. I'd rather him kill
Yeah,
teenagers.
because usually that's the connection. Usually.
That's what I was trying to get at, I guess. But yeah, this shit was fucking crazy though. Like if you really think about it and you're watching, you're like, yo, this guy was possibly molested by his uncle and abused by his uncle, and this is why he's killing. Which I guess
But,
I mean that could
but
also make you want to
part
think.
of it was making it like he was like at first like it started making it like because his uncle killed himself.
Hmm.
Like he was mad that his uncle died and he's taking it out on everybody else. But then it started showing the flashbacks where his uncle was hurting him.
Yeah,
So it's like, is it a mixture? Is it he's just fine until he has a flashback of his uncle
that
and he just loses his mind?
that could be it too. It could be a little bit of both because like you said, he's kind of anytime he thinks of his uncle, he goes nuts. He
Yeah, like two different personalities, like schizophrenic or something.
yeah, and it's I don't know. You could be you're onto something with that though, man.
Yeah,
You're onto something.
but it's pretty good. I liked it. It's a good movie.
It definitely is. And this is again, well, not again because I didn't say it yet, but this is definitely a movie I would recommend for people to watch. And with this, what I found out with this franchise, which is maybe it's obvious, you don't have to watch the first one.
No,
You don't have to watch the second one. You don't have to watch them in order. Is what I should say. You can watch them in any order, and it's gonna make sense because it's well, maybe one and two. I guess you got to watch one first and then two.
oh
Yes,
yeah, because the one girl's from it.
but part three, you really like. You could watch part. You could watch three, one, two. I'll say that. You could watch.
Yeah,
I honestly say watch part one and watch part three. Skip part two,
yeah. Fuck part two. Stupid crap.
and then I'm gonna take that back because I never want to tell people not to watch a movie. So I'll say Search 30 approved for part one, not Search 30 approved for part two. So if you watch it, watch at your own risk. Don't blame me. Search 30 approved for part three, aka Uncle Billy, and I swear to you guys, one of these days I will figure out a whole stamp thing, even if it's just like a hand or whatever. When I say Search 30 approved, it'll smack the screen or something. But yeah, one and three are definitely Search 30 approved, and I'm ready to jump into a rating for part three if you are, man.
Ready? Go for it. Oh, by the way, how he died, the girl snapped. She drilled the shit out of him at the end.
That was
I had to
good.
mention that. That was pretty cool.
That was fucking awesome. And she was like, he was already dead. And she just kept going and going.
Yo, she was covered in blood. She'll just keep going.
I get it though because it's like an emotional scene, and you've seen him kill a few of your friends, your boyfriend, and he's trying to kill you. So it's just like all that emotion and just
Well, here's the thing. That emotion should have took place back. If you went back a little bit, remember where they trapped her in the net, and the one girl was like, "Why don't we just kill him now?"
and
And the
she's
girl was like, we can't kill him.
all the cops and blah blah.
Call the cops."
Speaking of which, did the cops ever show up?
Yo, they didn't take them serious. So were they trying to make fun of the police station? Like kids who call the cops are like, "Fuck you." But then that neighbor just called and goes, "Hey, I'm a doctor, blah blah." And he was like, "There's a disturbance They're like, okay. And he hung up the phone and they sent the cops. No problem.
right away. Because the one dude, the black cop was like, when I get off my shift in an hour, I'll go check it out, and he never went.
Yeah, what happened to that? That was weird.
I guess all this stuff took place within, before that.
Within the hour. Yeah. Maybe that was him at the door. Was that him? When he said the police, was that his voice?
Oh, you're right. Or was it the cops? Because the guy finally sent the police. You know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
That
Maybe it was the black cop because he was on his way there.
because he was gonna go. Yeah, he was on his way there and then gonna go home. Okay, so if anything, that's my only complaint with that movie.
Yep.
If anything, but
Because you don't know what the hell happened. You don't know if he went or not.
no.
It was him. So yeah, that threw it off a little bit.
So
But it's still good though. Good movie.
the movie Uncle Billy is from a -10 to a +10 rating, and I don't want to give it Uncle Billy ratings, but
What about PPs?
no.
Let's see. We can't do drills, even though the drills can connect all three. We already did the power drills.
We did for part 1, right?
Yeah. But let's. How many guy screams?
That was funny. That was shit. How many long-haired guy screams would I give this movie? Let me think.
What did I give part 1?
I think like I don't know.
7? I think it was a 7.
Yeah, I think so.
Or was it an 8? No, I think it was a 7. I think I gave it a 7. I could be wrong. It could be an 8. I don't know.
What do you give this one?
I'm gonna give this because I think part 1 is like you said, because it's the same title of the name.
Mhm.
It's a hair under 1. I liked 1 better. I think it went like a perfect flow. If that was a 7, I'm going to give this one a 6.
Okay.
Right under it. Or if I break my rule, it's a 6.5. I mean, it's like right under it.
I'm gonna give it. I think I gave the first one a 7.5.
I think you did. I think you went up a little bit more than I did.
So I'm gonna give this one a 7 for the same reason, just because like, if it's called something complete, if it's called Uncle Billy, this movie's an 8.
And I would have gave it a 7 like I did with the 1.
This movie's either an 8 or a 7.5 for me. But because it's not called Uncle Billy and it's called Slumber Party Massacre Part 3, I'm gonna have to give it a 7. It's an absolute must watch. It's an absolute Search 30 approved. And like, I really did have fun with this movie. I had a good time watching this movie. This wasn't one of those movies that I was watching where, like, with part 2, for example, you're watching it and you're just like, oh fuck, when is this gonna be over? Oh man, come on, hurry up. And I was afraid that was gonna happen.
Me too. I was expecting it.
Excuse me. Not only because what Chris said, aka CK, Slinky Slickers and Pawn podcast, you should go check that out. And the shit Slinky makes me watch. But not only because of that, but because part 2 was so bad.
So bad.
It was really bad. And I was just like, okay, this is gonna be one of those ones where part 1's here and it just goes down.
Yep. I was on the same ride. That's why I said I sat on the couch. I was like, let's get this shit over with. But I was surprised. I was like, what the hell? This is way better. Now, here's the thing. If you notice on the top of your screen, Massacre Collection, this would be a perfect box set if number 2 was also good. I'm not saying don't get it. If you're going to get the collection because you liked 1 and 3, do it to have the collection. But it would be a really good collection if part 2 was good too.
I agree. Speaking on massacres, do you think we should do Dude Party Massacre movies? I'm asking that because I was looking.
I see that too. It's on Tubi. I seen it.
Dude Party Massacre 3. So I was like,
was it Tubi or was it? No, wait. Was it on Tubi? Or was it on the cinema?
Cinema thing, the cinema app.
Cinema. That's right, because it popped up when we searched this.
And I was like, I should ask James when I record. I'm gonna ask James if he wants to do those movies too.
The only thing I'm all down with it, but if it starts out and they all go over like the girls and they're like, oh yeah, music plays and they're like, yeah, strip tease, like you mean it, and the dudes are taking their shorts and underwear off. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not gonna. That's it.
It's, make that a wrap. Like, what the fuck am I watching?
If
I
that's
only want that in my browser history.
if that's the movie, and this is no disrespect to people who are into that, no disrespect at all. That's just not my cup of tea. Not only am I not doing that, not finishing that movie, but I'm not doing it on the podcast. I'm like, you know what? I just can't. I can't watch it. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
But honestly, if it's like this, it's a they get together, hang out, and it's a slasher. Fucking, they're getting murdered all left and right. I'm all down. I'll
Hell,
watch it.
I don't see it being as good as this. Simply,
You hey, don't wait, don't judge like that fast. Like there's those diamonds in the rough. You don't know.
I agree
So
with that, but I feel like it's more of not necessarily a spoof, but I bet you it's more of a comedy horror. And you don't get me wrong, I love my comedy horror, but I'm going in this with not knowing what it is. You know what I mean? Like I'm going in watching that movie like it's a male version of this movie with not a comedy.
okay, I see what you're saying.
I feel like it's gonna be a comedy horror. So
I'm saying because we're off still for a while. I don't know how long. I'm down. I know we got some movies ahead of this. You still want to hit movies off your that 50 list?
I do. I want to hit movies off that 50 list. I want to watch. I still want to do Rubber, and then the one movie we're gonna do is April Fools off that 50
Yeah,
list.
that was supposed to be for April Fool's Day, but
But
some reason we couldn't find it because the fucking thing didn't want to work. Piece of garbage.
instead of that, let's do because we can. I mean, me and you talk every day, so we can figure out other recordings and shit. But let's do Dude Party Massacre if we can find it tomorrow, part one.
Fine by me. And we'll talk about that. What time? During the day, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good during the. I'm good because I have a show at tomorrow. I have a show at 6 or 7, which people I know this episode's gonna be out a little bit later, but it's 4/29/2020. So 4/30/2020, which is my brother's birthday. Happy birthday, Christian! I'll say it to you again tomorrow too. But yeah.
So, what do you think about time to if we do one tomorrow?
Mm,
Early afternoonish, like 2, 1, 2.
yeah,
Because you want enough time to start the other movie for your other one, right? Or is that just the interview?
that's an interview, and that's
Oh,
not
okay.
6 or 7 at night, so I'm not worried about that. But yeah, this movie is definitely something you should all go out and watch.
I agree.
It's it's really worth it. And honestly, like I said, unless you really want to get all three of them, if you're if you're a horror collector, which I am, but I'm not going to buy these. But if you're a horror collector and you want to buy all three, this Massacre collection, I'm guessing it's just these three movies, is worth it. But I will say, if you want to get it for the quality of a movie, get part one and get part three, aka Billy, Uncle Billy, and don't worry about part two because it's bad. Like I said, so far, as I've said before, and I'm gonna say it again, I have a top 10 list. I have a bottom 10 list. My bottom 10 list, this movie did not make it. Part two made it. Blood Lake made it twice.
87 twice. Yep, both of them so far.
In the Lamprey one, but the Lamprey one, like I said, I keep saying it's gonna get knocked off. I do not see Blood Lake getting knocked off. Slumber Party 2, I don't know if I see that getting knocked off or not. And then I'm thinking, should I even add sequels to it? Because sequels, that's the only way Slumber Party 2 will get knocked off is if I change the rule. Once, if I find, like, say, 10 or say if I find 15 bad movies and there's ones that don't have sequels or that are not sequels, then I'm like, you know what? I can't put sequels on there.
Makes sense because you expect the sequels to be garbage.
Yeah. So I might have to add a list.
I hear you.
Hey, Phil, what's good, man? How's it going? I'm glad you're here. Um, Really? Did you really enjoy part two, Phil? Because
Oh, come on.
creepy Phil.
Why? What's the reason?
I hope you're still in here, man. I literally just seen your messages and everybody. I was watching his live feed the other day. Phil's creepy videos, YouTube. Go check him out. He puts out some awesome live feeds, some awesome videos. He has an awesome fucking collection. Definitely go check him out. And yeah, man, we're both doing good. James, you're doing good, right?
I'm doing good.
Yeah, we're both doing well, man.
Having some fun doing some podcasts, you know?
Appreciate it. And you missed when James tried this spicy barbecue sauce and spicy hot sauce that his amazing wife got him.
By the way, I made through the whole thing without a drink. It died off a while ago. I just forgot to mention it.
I just need to take a sip. I was like,
Oh, yeah. No, that wasn't that. I was just thirsty. It died off a while back. It lasted a while though. That's hot. I'm gonna warn you. If you get it, it's hot. And I can show you real quick again. This is one of the hot sauces name.
Mhm.
This is the company. And there's a barbecue sauce that I got too that's hot. But the hot sauce is hotter.
Oh,
That and I did a whole spoonful of that. That was hot.
I want that barbecue sauce. He said, "Yeah, love them all. Part two is just a fun ride. The unrated cutoff. Part three is brutal. Love the twist with the killer to tie it back to part one." Oh, see, okay, Phil, since you're in here, I have a question for you because me and James were talking about this. So in part one, the uncle, is he the original killer from part one? That's my first question for you. And my second question for you is involving the uncle too, is was the uncle touching on the nephew? Because every time the girls went to reach for his belt area, his groin area, so to speak, he felt uncomfortable and freaked out with that. I would love your opinion on that because
So basically the uncle was the ex-cop,
from
the
part
retired cop.
he was the retired cop. He's in part one. He's saying it ties to part one. So is he the killer from part one?
So that means part one killer was an ex-cop, a retired cop.
Hmm.
I thought he was like a janitor or something. Or a pool guy. I don't know. I was just guessing.
No, but
But that makes sense. That would make sense then.
yeah. Well,
Well, I get part two is connected. It messed the girl up and she's in a mental ward. But I just didn't like her thinking of this shit. Like I didn't like the guy. The guitar was awesome. I didn't like the singing and his stupid little Elvis dance moves and the break dancing and shit turned into a musical like I was watching High School Musical. It was so horrible. I couldn't. It was just bad. I was because I was just expecting it to be a flow like from part one, like part three did.
hmm
It was like they should have just stuck with that instead of they could have had a mental breakdown during a mental ward, but they didn't have to do that dancing Elvis and shit. It was not a good ride to me. I did not like it.
yeah, I definitely wasn't a fan of it. I didn't hate it, but it was just like whatever. Wasn't my thing though.
No, it wasn't my thing either.
But
I think it's just too cheesy for me. I'm fine with cheesy movies. I just didn't expect it to be cheesy.
I love cheesiness, and like I said a little while ago, again, this movie to me would be better if it was called Uncle Billy instead of Slumber Party Massacre 3. But now what Phil was just telling us about that, I get it. The nephew is the killer from part 3. His uncle's the killer from part 1. You don't find out his occupation. The lead in part 2 is the younger sister of the girl next door in part 1. Yeah, that part I did know. I knew how part 1 and part 2 connected, but I did not know that the nephew from part 3 was the uncle from part 1. And he was saying how the uncle from part 1, because wasn't he an escaped convict as well?
Yeah, you're right. He was.
That doesn't mean he couldn't have been a cop previously. It doesn't mean that at all. Because he
The
could
only
have.
reason I say part three, the cop, is because two reasons. The cop when the girl was calling the police, trying to get them to come to the house, he was like to the black cop, he was like, "Yo, you see this?" He was like, "Oh, the cop, the ex retired cop, killed himself."
Mhm.
But then when the killer in part three, I forgot his name, but he was like, "My uncle was an ex cop. I can go to his house." So he mentioned ex cop. So I connected them together. His uncle was the ex cop that killed himself.
Okay.
That's the only reason I said that. It could be wrong. It could just be a cover story. He knew there was a cop that killed himself, and he was just lying and saying that his uncle's an ex cop.
That's true too, because in the first one, his uncle got killed technically.
Yeah.
Girls. Okay, he said, yeah, escaped convict, no cops involved. The stuff about the cop is a red herring thing. Okay,
Okay.
got it. Which
Makes sense now.
I still don't like part 2.
I don't either.
It might make it a smidge better, but I still don't like it. No disrespect to you if you do like it. I know you like it, Phil, which is cool. You have your reasons. Part 3, I thought was excellent. Part 1, I thought was excellent, and I'd watch both of those again. I recommend both of those. They're both Surf 30 approved. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say about this movie. I guess we can kind of get it wrapped up soon.
No.
So everybody who watched this, again, thank you for watching. Greatly, greatly appreciate it. Dustin and Phil, I know you both watch. Anybody else that watched and just didn't make any comments?
What's up, Dustin? If you're still here.
Phil, thank you again, man. I appreciate it. James, thank you for coming on here with me again. This was another
No problem.
good time. And I mean, I might as well do my quick plugs. Um,
By the way, you never know. If I'm on again, I might have other surprises, like the hot sauce thing.
I hope so.
So,
Not if he's gonna be on again because we're recording tomorrow.
yep.
He said part two is basically all a fever dream of the younger sister. She's actually in the padded cell the whole time.
Yeah, I seen that at the end. I noticed that.
Yeah. We noticed that we did a podcast on it a couple, maybe like a week ago now,
Yeah, I think it was last week.
and I don't know, it just didn't register with me as far as liking it, not as far as understanding what was going on and stuff. But I get it. But like I was saying, everybody that's watching this video live, well, if anybody's really watching it live besides Phil and Dustin, excuse me, but anybody that's gonna be watching this whole episode, go check out Phil's creepy videos. Again, like I said, he has an amazing horror collection. The guy loves horror. He's a part of the Horror Resource 30 group. Loves horror, has some awesome things, has some awesome insight. I'm actually gonna get him on the podcast one of these days. So go check out his YouTube channel. Watch his live videos, watch his past videos, all that stuff. You'll really enjoy it. Phil, big shout out to you again. Thank you, man, for coming on. And everyone else, here's where you can find me. Horror Research 30 on Facebook. I have a Facebook group. In that group, feel free to share anything and everything horror related, including your own YouTube channels, your own horror YouTube channels, your own horror Facebook groups, your own anything horror related, movies, groups, podcasts. I don't care. Throw it right in the group. Phil, start throwing your videos, your YouTube videos in my Horror Research 30 group, man. You're 100% welcome to do that. I also have a Horror Research 30 Facebook page. That's more for myself as far as like letting you guys know what's Phil's live tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern time. So if you watch this part of the video, 10 a.m. Eastern time, he will be live showing off some cool stuff. And if I'm awake, I'm going to just throw that on and just
I'll be up. I'll click on it.
Again, that's Phil's creepy videos. Definitely go check him out. Horror Research 30 and Phil's creepy videos will be collabing. I will have him on here to do a podcast with me and not only tell you about his channel, but we're gonna break down a fucking movie. I have no idea what movie yet, but we're gonna break down a movie. It's gonna be a great time. Anyway, my Horror Source 30 Facebook page is more for me. Like, say if I'm posting, hey, I'm at this con when this stuff comes back, or I'm recording tonight as far as or streaming tonight, all that stuff, or I share my streams on there. I share everything that I'm individually doing, not memes and all that stuff, but like if I'm watching a movie or going to do something horror related, I share it in the group and in the page. The thing is, I'm telling you guys about the page. One, gotta get the numbers up, and two is everything that I share in the page is not going to get lost in the shuffle because that's just for the admins only, like myself, my brother, my wife, my other brother. So it's like if we're watching certain horror movies, we post them both because again, in the group, it's gonna get lost in the shuffle. So yeah, but I have a Twitch, which I will be on tonight for those of you watching live again, and for those of you who are watching this video, whenever this video comes out, I might be on live. But my Twitch is horror_with_sir_sturdy. I'll be playing Zombie Army 4 again. My brother Henry may or may not be joining me. I have no idea yet. I'm gonna text him in a little while. So yeah, check me out on there. If you ever want to be on this podcast, shoot me an email, horrorwithsir.sturdy, horrorwithsir.sturdy@gmail.com, and just enjoy it. It's fun. Shoot me an email if you want to come on here to talk, review a horror movie, talk about your horror project, anything horror related. Come on here, and it will be a great fun time. Give you my Twitch, my YouTube channel. I mean, if you're watching me live on YouTube, you know it. But if not, my YouTube channel, Horror with Sir Sturdy. Listening to my podcast, you can hear me on YouTube. You can hear me on Podbean and any other platform that you can listen to podcasts on. I have 101 podcasts out this second. Not when this video drops, but this second. Like when the whole video drops. But this second, I have 101 video or audio things out, which I'm going to be dropping more very, very shortly because I got everything I need for it now. So check that out. And again, thank you all for listening. I appreciate the support. Please keep it coming. One last time, big shout out to Phil. I appreciate you watching this. Thank you so much. You too, Dustin. And Corey, if you watch this live, I appreciate you watching this. And everybody who's going to watch this in the future, I appreciate that. James, thanks again for coming on, man. I
No
know
problem.
we're doing this a lot for these next couple of weeks, so we're just fucking home
Yep.
from work.
Good time. It's fun time.
It's fucking fun. It's funny. You're gonna get a lot of entertainment out of this. And as far as this whole COVID-19 crap, I hope for the people that watch this now and are watching this in the future. I hope this kind of eases your mind. It just gives you a getaway. So please keep that up. As always, drink some bitches and